Oh, Emily, are you there? It's been a while since we last spoke, right? What's it been? At least 3 years or something like that, right?
3 years? Wait a second. Is this Sarah?
That's right. I got a new number and everything.
I see that. And here I thought you had just stopped messaging me. I also heard that you found a new job and even moved away. I was a bit worried when I wasn't hearing from you, actually.
Yeah, sorry about that. Life has just gotten so crazy and busy lately. But actually, the reason I'm messaging you is because I'm actually kind of looking for a husband right now.
You're looking for a husband? Are you thinking about getting married then?
That's right. I even quit my job recently.
Oh, I see. Well, does that mean you've moved back here then?
Pretty much, yeah. Although of course I won't be able to come back and live with my parents or anything like that. I might have forgotten to mention this to you, but about 3 years ago, I kind of stole my sister's my boyfriend, and it turned into this big affair, so it's kind of difficult for me to go back.
Oh yeah? I feel like I might have heard something about that.
But anyway, you're married now, right? I was so surprised when I heard about that.
Oh yes, I'm married now, but we didn't have a big wedding or anything like that. And since it had been so long since I'd last heard from you, I didn't send an invitation. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. It had been forever since we last spoke, let alone met in person. But anyways, I heard that the name of the lucky guy is Adam, is that right?
That is right, but who did you hear that from?
Oh well, how should I put this? I know his name because he's my actually boyfriend.
Sorry, what? I'm not following.
Man, I was holding that in for so long. It feels so good to finally let it out. Do you want to try and guess where I am right now? Too late, I'm going to tell you. I'm in Hawaii.
You're in Hawaii right now?
That's right, I'm with Adam in Hawaii and we have been very intimate this trip.
Wait, hold on, seriously? What are you even talking about right now?
Aw, don't be upset. I really didn't mean to steal him away from you, first, honest. But then I heard that you were going to be marrying him, and that's really when it dawned on what a perfect husband Adam would be. And I guess curiosity got the better of me and I kept pushing things until, well, we found out that we were made for each other. Now we're head over heels in love and always start off any date with one of us taking the other up to our bedroom. And now that we're in Hawaii, I'm almost ashamed to say that we've barely even found time to leave our hotel, if you know what I mean.
But, so, you're telling me that you and Adam are together in Hawaii right now?
That's why I'm telling you. We barely checked into our room and put our suitcases down before we were all over each other, ripping our clothes off. We almost didn't even close the door of our room, not that I would mind if the world was watching, and before I knew it, we had fallen asleep, and by the time I woke up, I could barely walk at all.
Hey, Sarah, hold on just 1 second.
Yes, Emily? Is there a reason you're interrupting all of these important details I'm trying to tell you?
I don't even know what to say. I thought that you and I were friends. How could you talk so casually about just stealing your own friend's husband?
Well, it's really not my fault at all. I guess I'm just kind of a person who knows what they want and won't stop until they get it.
I see, but I mean, don't you think that's just a bit selfish?
What do you mean? I don't see how.
I'm sorry, I have something I need to do right now. We'll talk later, maybe.
Wait, what? Is that all that you have to say to me? I'm telling you about how I made love to your husband and you just ghost me? Are you even there? Emily, hello? Oh, Emily, guess who's back? Oh right, I almost forgot. Even when we were kids, you always had trouble putting your feelings into words when you got upset, but I should have realized that the way you ran off yesterday was just your way of telling me how you felt. So to clear up my misconception, I think I'll tell you more about all that Adam and I have been doing together. We went to the beach to get a tan and play in the water, and I guess seeing me in a bikini proved to me just a bit too much for poor Adam. So we ended up going back up the hotel after a little bit, and we spent the rest of the night tangled up in sheets together. I don't know how I'm running on such little sleep. I would have been worried if I wasn't having so much fun.
Oh, Sarah, I was wondering when you were going to reach out to me again. Do you mind if I ask just when you think you're going to be coming back from your Hawaii trip?
What do you mean?
I just want to know when you think you're going to be coming back from your little vacation is all.
Oh, sure, I was going to be coming back Sunday night.
And you're sure it's still going to be that time, even with the time change and everything?
Yeah, it says on my return ticket that I arrive Sunday evening, so by the time I get my bags and get home, it should be around nighttime.
I see. So that means you only have 5 more days left of this excursion, yes? Let me know if anything changes in your schedule, okay?
What's going on? What's this all about?
Just let me know, okay?
Sure, I can do that, but I still don't understand what all this is about. Oh, Emily, are you there? Do you not love Adam or something like that? What am I missing here? I told you all about what I was doing with him. You haven't blown up or yelled or said anything crazy at all. Hello? Emily? Are you there? Come on, I know you're seeing this. Just answer me. If you don't answer me, that just means that I'll have to guess that you're thinking from your lack of replies. Oh, could it be that you're arranging to divorce Adam when we come back? I certainly hope that it's something along those lines. That would actually kind of be what I was hoping for this whole time. And since Adam is upper management for such a huge company, I'm sure he'll have no problem paying any kind of alimony or settlement for our affair. Since he loves me so much, I know that he'll have no issues doing that at all. Well, if that's even what you're doing, just keep at it. Looking forward to hearing the results when I get back. Emily, guess who's finally back home? I just landed and I'm in the airport right now. I was just curious, have you moved out of the home that you had with Adam?
Oh, hey. Welcome home, I guess.
I'm only asking because Adam says that he wants to take me to the house, but he wanted to make sure that you weren't home. I mean, you did do all the divorce proceedings before we got here, right?
I'm sorry, but I have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, our apartment is rented under my name.
Wait, what do you mean?
But I've already taken the liberty to packing up Adam's things and having them shipped somewhere else. I suppose you'll just have to go with him there. Is there a place you want to live?
Oh, really? Well, I didn't know about that. But if that's the case, then I suppose there's nothing to be done about. I'm sure that whatever you send them, it'll be an amazing place since Adam's. I'm not worried at all. Thanks for the update, Emily. Hey, Emily, just what the heck is going on here, huh? Why did you send Adam's stuff to my parents' house? And why were his bags addressed to my little sister? What are you trying to pull here?
I suppose it's just about time for you to figure out what I've been doing while you've been away.
What are you talking about?
Well, when you reached out, bragging about having stolen my husband, I was already thinking about divorcing him.
You were? But why?
Well, because Adam's a cheater, of course.
Well, he was only cheating on you with me.
No, I'm afraid he had another person he was cheating with as well.
What? He did? But I had no clue. Do you know who this person is?
I'm afraid that the other woman Adam was seeing was none other than your sister, Fiona.
Hold on, what?
That's right. Why do you think she agreed to take his bags when I needed to send them?
So then Adam and my little sister?
I actually hired a private investigator to look into Adam, and he found out all about this for me. Apparently, Adam and Fiona started seeing each other about a year ago.
They've been together that long already?
That's right, and apparently the two of them were planning to get married after I left Adam. But not long after I found out about their affair, you came to me announcing your own affair with my husband.
That can't be happening.
So basically, Adam was cheating on you with your own sister. Or I suppose it was the other way around, really. Either way, I'm including my signed divorce papers with Adam's things. And once you and your sister have paid for your affairs with my husband, I'll consider my hands washed of all of this.
Wait, hold on. You can't just drop a bombshell like this on me and walk away.
I think that you have more pressing matters to think about. Like who's really going to pay for your legal fees? Are you sure Adam loves you enough to cover all of that?
I can't believe this is happening. You knew this whole time, didn't you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know that Adam was fired from his job, didn't you?
Oh, that thing. Yeah, I knew about that. But he really only has himself to blame for getting himself fired.
So then it really is true. But what happened? I thought that Adam was a brilliant worker. He was supposed to be a track for a huge position within his company.
He was on track for big things at his company, yes. But then he let his ego get the better of him. He started using company resources to carry on with some of his affair. He would bring dates on business trips, drive them around in the company car, and use his business credit card to pay for his dates.
But wait, do you think that means that the money he used for us to Hawaii was…
I think he was fired before then. But if you want to know something, I think it was your sister that he was taking on all of those dates.
So then it's all Fiona's fault that Adam was fired?
I really don't think that you can just put this on Fiona.
Just tell me what's going on here. I want answers.
The answer is that you thought you could just steal someone's husband and not face any consequences.
And what's going on with that? What's wrong with seeing a man you're attracted to and wanting him? Make it make sense.
Okay, here's something for you. After I found out that Adam was seeing your sister, I told your parents, who kept a very close eye on Fiona. But when 3 weeks has passed and there was nothing from Adam, we knew something was up. What we think happened was that he mistook you for your sister and didn't think twice about what else was going on. Of course, this is all just conjecture, but you tell me if it rings true.
I didn't ask about any of that. I don't want to hear your half-baked theories.
It is just a theory, but do you really think that it's impossible that he might have mistaken you for your sister?
Shut up! I don't even want to think about that.
Well, anyways, I've said all I have to say to you. Anything more I have to pass on to you, you'll hear from my lawyer.
Your lawyer? What do you mean?
You'll find out soon enough.
Wait, Emily! No! You can't just leave me like this, please! I thought that we were friends. You have to help me out.
Oh, please. I've heard all about it from old classmates about how you were never my friend. You always only ever wanted to be close to me for things that you could get from me. Ever since middle school. Well, if you thought that behavior was going to fly as an adult, you've got another thing coming. In the end, I sued Adam, Sarah, and Fiona for their various affairs. Meanwhile, it was a fiasco at Sarah's parents' house. Apparently, Fiona was pregnant with Adam's baby, and that's why they were going to be getting married. But when it came to light that Sarah had yet again slept with another of her sister's boyfriends, old wounds were ripped open, and I hear things turned bad quickly. In the end, there was to be no marriage of anyone to Adam, and instead he had to pay child support to Fiona. Afterwards, I heard that Sarah and Fiona's parents had had just about as much as they could take from their children and kicked them both out. Of course, Fiona is still allowed to come back if she needs help with her baby. But this is where my knowledge of what happened to them all ends, and I could not be more grateful for my ignorance. As for me, although it hurt being cheated on by the same man twice, I was grateful that we had no children and that the divorce process was handled very smoothly. For now, I'm concentrating on my career and don't feel like dating again. But at least next time I'll know what to look out for in an unfaithful man. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey, Jill, were you able to go out with a really good-looking and well-off man? Emmy? I was just thinking it's been such a long time since we last talked, but you seem to know something I don't. Where did you learn that? From your mom. Sometimes I'll be walking by her house and she'll come out and talk to me. Well, this time she came out and hit me with the big news. Are you kidding me? I hear that you both are even planning to get married already. No, that's still on the table, but we're not sure what to do yet. So this means he's at least engaged to you then? Being able to meet an all-around perfect man and then having him become your fiancé like that? I'm beginning to get way too jealous over something like that. We still don't know if we really want to get married yet or not. But you both have been talking about it, right? And that's just everyone around me thinking that. We have talked about marriage, but we haven't done anything more with it, okay? In other words, this means everyone around you finds him to be the perfect guy, and they all want you married to him. I'm not sure about that. This was just supposed to be between him and I from the start, and we wanted to take things slowly when it came to our relationship. I might say no to marriage now if rumors like this keep getting worse and worse. I'm tired of people thinking that he's the one I must be with and I can't leave him at any time. But come on now, he is a perfect man for any woman, so you have to say yes to marriage. Emmy, you are starting to get on my nerves again with your annoying habits. What? I don't like it when you try to claim things about other people when they're not anything you need to know about. I will be the only one to talk about what I plan to do with him, and I don't want you spreading news that isn't real. And it's not even like we're engaged yet, as I haven't given him the answer to his proposal either. We're just boyfriend and girlfriend, and I want people thinking of our relationship that way for now. But he'll soon become your fiancé, right? So who cares if we just say that you're both engaged? There is still the chance that I say no to him, right? But he is the perfect man for you, so there's no way you'd say no to him, right? No, I could definitely say no to him if I want to. That's so wonderful of you. I'm getting so jealous. There is no use here. You just keep going back to the same thing no matter how I try and explain things. It's like one big stupid loop with you. My head is starting to hurt now after this, so I'm going to go now. What? But I just learned about how you're engaged to the perfect man now. I told you he's not my fiancé. I'm asking you to please stop thinking about him and I, all right? I don't want you getting any more wrong ideas about things. Bye now. Jill, I was able to learn even more about your fiancé than you were willing to tell me. What? Wait, you're still going on about something I told you not to? Well, you were keeping all the gossip to yourself, so I had no choice but to go snooping for all the goodies. But of course, all I had to do was go and ask your mom about it. What? Again with my mom? I've told you before not to listen to what my mom says to you, right? I learned from her that your fiancé happens to be Eric, and he is 40 years old. And he happens to be in charge of a rather decent-sized company. Your mom even let me see a picture of him, but man, is he one hot-looking guy. I'm so jealous of you, Jill. You make me want to just come over to your house, put on your clothes, and act as though I'm in your shoes. I told him no. I told him no after he asked for my hand. So he's not my fiancé in any shape or form. Again with this, I see. I understand it can be a little intimidating to be with a man who is much older than you are, but after seeing that face and body of his, there is no way any woman could say no. I already know that you never said no to him and that you both are tightly engaged now. You have no frickin' clue what's going on, do you? I told you I said no to him, so that's it. He is not my fiancé, and he barely has anything to do with me now. No matter what anyone else has to say about it, I said no to him. N-O. But in reality, I've had enough of your BS, Emmy. Jill, listen to this, listen to this. I just got pregnant with Eric's kid. Huh? 4 months ago, whenever I'd try and get more gossip from you about Eric, you always tried so hard to hide the fact that you were engaged to him and everything. Well, I knew it had to do with you fearing that I might come and steal him from you, so you tried your very best to hide all the details. So in order to make your fears a reality, I went ahead and stole him from you. Are you serious? I'm sorry. I went to his office building and waited outside for the moment he'd walk out and called for him. I introduced myself to him as one of your old friends. And once I did that, I already had him in my hands. So from there, he invited me to go out with him to a bar in town, and after getting him absolutely hammered, I took him to a hotel room with me. And I'm sure you can guess what the two of us did there, right? When thinking of the time all this took place, this kid has to be his. So thanks to you never telling me a thing about you and him, I was able to go out myself and find him so that I could be the one to carry his kid. Thank you. Is that right? Well, congratulations then, Emmy. You're trying to act all tough about this now, aren't you? Right as you hit the jackpot with him and were finally engaged, I came along and stole him. I know that deep down you're wanting to bawl your eyes out and cry into the sky, right? Really, this is a feeling that I've been wanting to have for so long now, but could never figure out how to get here. A feeling you've wanted to have? Oh, so you never noticed anything about me then, did you? What are you talking about? Back when we were both in high school, you were going out with that guy, Finn, right? I really, really had this huge crush on him then. Huh? Yet you came out of nowhere and asked him out right in front of me. Do you have any idea how badly you made me feel back then? Well, me coming in from behind you and stealing your fiancé from you is my revenge for what happened to me years ago. And what makes this even better is the jackpot is now mine. All of that happiness you had thinking that Eric was yours is all going to be mine now, huh? Who is this Finn guy? So you're just going to keep playing dumb around me, huh? I'm talking about the Finn who was in the same grade as you in high school. You both would always walk home together after school, holding hands and all that. For my last 4 years of schooling, high school, I was going to an all-girls Catholic school. Huh? I must have never told you about the school I was transferring to back in middle school then, huh? But you went to Davidson High. The school I went to was Davidson Catholic High School for young women. Huh? What? Don't you remember that when you and I exited middle school, I told you that my family was moving to a new house outside Davidson, right? And, well, when we moved out there, I was wanting to play volleyball during my time in high school. The Catholic school happened to have a really good volleyball team, and since I didn't really have too many friends from back in middle school, I decided to go to a different high school than the rest of you. And after starting to go there, you and I never really talked to one another again because we weren't that close of friends. So what's this about you getting me mixed up with someone else you remember from high school when I was never even there? Also, is this you once again causing trouble due to some kind of misunderstanding? I remember back in middle school something very similar to this happened. There was that really popular guy in one of our classes, a grade above you and you happened to think you were dating him for some reason. He already had a girlfriend, though, and when she found out you kept saying to everyone you were his girlfriend, she started to really hate your guts, right? That was just a small screw-up then. Had that guy not stepped in and started telling you that he didn't even know who you were, things would have only gotten worse between you and his actual girlfriend. I guess you never really learned from that situation then, huh? But, well, I happen to not really have anything to do with you anymore. But I will say that I am thankful that you got rid of Eric for me. So, there you go. Huh? Why are you thanking me? Why are you thanking me for stealing your fiancé from you? I've been going out with this other man ever since I was in college with him. Wait, what? But my parents always said to me that if I wasn't going out with someone who was making the same amount of money my dad makes and who couldn't care for them financially in their later years, they wouldn't let me marry him. If he wasn't from a university, then it was a no. If he didn't have his own company, then it was a no. He had to be making at least $200,000 a year or it was a no. Because of all those things they kept telling me, I could never get them to accept my boyfriend. So I went straight ahead and used Eric as a way of hiding my real relationship from my parents so they'd think I was actually dating Eric. But a man like Eric is actually a lot better than whatever boyfriend you're telling me about. I told you that I already have a man that I'm in love with and have been for years now. Well, when Eric accidentally asked me for my hand in marriage, my parents went ahead and told him okay without ever getting my take on it. Since then, everyone in my family has been going on about how I'm going to be getting married to Eric, and it's been a real pain in the butt for me. But then about 2 weeks after that, something happened. I was told by Eric that he no longer wanted to marry me and said that we were no longer engaged. 2 weeks ago? This was 2 weeks after he had thought I said yes to him about marriage. He said something about how he had another woman who would be bearing his child, and that child would be the next in line to take over his company. Could that woman possibly be you, Emmy? Well, yeah, the timing all lines up, actually. He told me he wanted to have a baby with me when he was drunk. I see now. He was so hell-bent on getting married to me after my parents said okay to his proposal, but then out of nowhere, he told me that things were off and that we'd break up. I was so confused about what had happened to him because he had put so much effort into trying to forcefully marry me after I told him no so many times. But now I can see what the answer was to all of that. So, in other words, what you're saying is I didn't steal your fiancé from you? Well, yes, that's what I'm saying now. Well, this is a little bit boring of an ending to all I had planned for. Well, whatever, I guess. Your boyfriend only ended up graduating from a small-town college with you, right? That means when comparing both of our men side by side, my Eric is far superior to your boyfriend. And now I'm going to be the one becoming the wife of a CEO. I still came out on top in all of this. And you'd better not start crying for me to give Eric back to you, okay? I'm never asking for him back. I told you already that I'm really thankful you took him off my hands. I hope you both are happy now. Yahoo! Jill! You never told me any of this. You're the worst. What is it now? Eric! He's not the man I thought he was. Why didn't you tell me he had already been married before and has 3 daughters living with him now? I never heard about any of this from you or anyone. What, you never knew about any of that? I never knew I'd need to hear about something like this. So then this means you don't know what happened to his other wives? There was some domestic violence issues with his mother and them. Huh? You never knew about the reasons why they were forced to divorce him in the end? It had to do with his family wanting his wife to bear a son for him so that the son could then get the family company next. But they always gave him daughters, and so his mom and him both forced them out of the family. Huh? But when it came to the kids, he couldn't just kick them out because that's just inhumane. So he decided to keep them and get full custody of the kids in order to have tax write-offs and such. You never knew about a single one of these things? Why did you never tell me any of this before? Well, I thought you knew all of this already because you went so far out of your way to steal him from me in order to get the revenge you'd been wanting, even though I'm the complete wrong person. I'm not marrying him now. What? I don't care how much of a jackpot he is. The fact that he's had wives before me and has 3 kids already? This is not a joke. I'm going to find myself a much younger man who is still making loads of money to marry. Really? But I thought you already handed in marriage papers and everything to the courthouse. Huh? My mom had called me the other day making fun of me for losing such a perfect man to someone else and never marrying him. And while she was making fun of me, she said that he had gotten married already and was at the courthouse handing in the paperwork. No way! Do you not remember ever signing those papers with him? So you do remember signing those marriage papers then. Well then, you're not going to be able to get out of that marriage as easy as you think. What should I be doing here? About what? What should I be doing right now about all of this? Well, if you want to get a divorce, the only thing you can do is go and talk to him about it. But just remember that he's probably not going to be on the same page as you when you bring that up to him. Why not? Well, my mom told me that the baby you're carrying right now happens to be a boy, right? You went and had the doctor tell you that during your last checkup. That's what Eric's been wanting all along, so I don't think he's going to let you get away from him that easily. Crap. No. Jill, please. Come and help me get out of this. That's not going to happen. Why not? I'm going to come over to your house for the time being. No, you won't. My boyfriend happened to have a job transfer, and in order to be with him, we both moved away. What? I ended up quitting my job at the company I'd been working for so long and found myself a new job here by the new house. And as for my parents, who ended up using the money that Eric gave me for calling off our engagement, they both used it all up, so I left them and cut ties to the both of them. So please, just leave me and my boyfriend alone now. You won't be able to learn anything from my mom about me now. Wait, the fact that only you get to be happy after all of this isn't fair. You and I have been longtime friends, right? And you should be coming to help me out of this mess. Can you give me a good reason as to why I should come out there and help you? So you're not going to help me then? Bye-bye. What the hell? No way, Jill, please. In the end, Emmy wasn't able to get the divorce she wanted and had to go through with having the baby while married to Eric. And just as the doctor had told her, it was a boy. But when they brought the baby boy home, Emmy's mother-in-law immediately took him away from her so that she could raise the baby. And in exchange for her baby, she was given the 3 daughters of Eric to raise, with no support coming from the rest of the family. Even with her mother-in-law looking after the baby boy now, this didn't put an end to all the harassment she gave Emmy. And when it came to all the money that Emmy thought she'd be getting to spend from Eric, that all went right to his mom so that she could have free reign over all the income. What makes all of this even worse for Emmy is that Eric wasn't even on her side in any of this, as he's a major mama's boy and would never do anything to go against his mom. And if all this wasn't bad enough for her, not even her own parents were going to help her get any divorce, as they said it would give Emmy a bad name. So Emmy really was left with no way out of things in Eric's family. Even now, she has no way of getting off their property, as it's all fenced in completely with alarms on all the gates, and she's never even asked to leave the house. I think this is a fitting end for her, as she had always been so jealous of Eric and the life that he would let her live. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.